of our party that was removed by Abure in conjunction with Mr. Peter Obi before, immediately after our primary, succeeded in Kano today to nullify all primary done by Labour Party in Abia and Kano. And by implication, I know this will definitely affect the sole government candidate that we have. And the reason was that Abure, as the then chairman, refused to submit membership register to INEC 30 days before the primary. It was an ex parte motion application brought by one Haruna Ibrahim. He used to be our chairman in that place before he was removed. And I think the man went to court, to ventilate the tanga. This is quite unfortunate, because this is the only governorship candidate this is the only governor that we have in Labour Party. And yet, due to this attitude of Abure, in conjunction with Mr. Peter Obi, to just be toying with people aspiration, with people good intention for the party, this has cost us greatly. As I speak, they did not present any lawyer to represent Labour Party in Federal Court Kano. They did not, because when you have committed such crime, they ought to be sniffing around the court to know those at least who will, be attacking them. Also, they were in Kano today to submit an ex parte application against a Bachovi Lamina led executive, where they want the court to set aside the judgment of FCTI court. I kept wondering, Abure that called himself a lawyer, running up and down, against what they call for this forum shopping. You are in Benin. He filed a motion ex parte. He knew he had made a mistake, only for him to run to Kano. Kano, where we have our head office in Abuja here. He ran to Kano through one Raji and a pastor as the chairman of the party there. And we got to win, and we asked our lawyer to appear. We are now being told to put on notice, though, that their ex parte application has failed. Also, they filed an application that we should not be allowed to touch the money in Zenith Bank. By themselves, they know they have their reason, and it's part of what is causing problem in Labour Party. Himself and PO snatched away $15 million of Labour Party money, and that was the reason why up to today PO stood by Abure. So how could you from here run to Kano seeking an ex parte application to stop Bachola Papa from taking over that account that belongs to Labour Party? But they have been told to put us on notice. We will expose. Our lawyer has just, gotten the document. He's on his way to Kano. We don't want to expose him so that they will not go and kidnap him on the way. But once he gets to Abuja, everything will do another press conference to show all of you that they have a sinister motive for them. We are operating UBA account, and suddenly they went to open another Zenith Bank account that all of us are not privy to. But only for them to run to court in Kano to prevent us, even when they have filed appeal against the one in Abuja here, they have already appealed the dismissal of the preliminary objection they raised against the ruling of the FCTI court. But we were shocked to hear that they have filed an appeal against the dismissal of their preliminary objection. So what we are saying is this, that we are now at the verge of losing the only governor that we have due to gross incompetence of Abure, the suspended national chairman, in connivance with Mr. Peter Obi, because they were the one that were toying with all the northern states then. All of you remember, in the constitution of the presidential campaign committee, all the northern states, they put a southeast man as the coordinator and a northerner as the deputy coordinator. This was what causes us to lose all the governorship candidates, the Senate, the rep, before the election to APC and PDP in Kano, in Jigawa, in Bauchi, in Yobe, in Zamfara, in Sokoto, because all these people, they ventilated their anger that why will you put a non-indigene of their state above them? Is it because the northerners are not qualified? But today, they are seeing it because we just need to break the news before they will now begin to twist facts to the public that Abure has made Labour Party to lose that single governor that we have in Nigeria now. That is Alex Oti of Abia, because the Federal Court in Kano has ruled that we did not comply with the electoral that said you ought to submit your membership register to INEC 30 days before primary, so that they will know it is your member that elected your representative. But these are the things we failed to do, because Abure was busy collecting money, our money, to his personal account in Kodaban with Mr. Peter Obi. That is, the breaking news. Now, on the issue of the court tomorrow, we have received threat from the following people: Kennedy Anotu, I stated his number in that press conference; Prince Jude Ejike, Honorable Imeje Ikeshuku, and one Omaba. The threat center around them warning us not to come to court tomorrow, else will be killed. So we are only alerting the Inspector General of Police, because we are going to attend that court. Every one of you saw what happened there yesterday. We are going to attend that court. They can carry out their plan to assassinate us, because we know that Obi himself is supposed to conduct himself in a civil manner. When you are in a party and you don't want to respect the leadership, just like as he did in PDP, he did that in ABGA, and now he's doing in Labour Party. When you don't want to respect the constitutional authority, we on our part, we will also not, give him that respect. On the issue of Abure, he must know that when an order is given, like the one order of on the 5th of April, that order must be respected, and you are not the one to choose which order you are going to respect. And they filed a preliminary objection to our suit, which was dismissed May 12. All the 4 grounds were dismissed by the court. By implication, the order subsists that Abure remains suspended. But we were all shocked yesterday that a man in the like of Peter Obi, we are in court to seek justice, yet we have the audacity to be disrespecting the order of the FCC court. If the people is sued to court, at the end of the day, if we happen to win, and they are now calling for the head of Nigeria, I don't know what he want to say. It's the same Abure that was with him yesterday, claiming, to be chairman of the party by sending one representative that has been suspended, by our party. Every candidate, the night they did in Asaba is also null and void, because it was done against an FCC court that had not been set aside. And until another that was made by a court, until when it's set aside, you cannot disobey it. And no man is given the right to choose which order he want to obey, which order they want to disobey. So we have to put this thing in the full perspective of you gentlemen of the press, that the issue in Labour Party is not about the tribunal that we are doing. It's about our own party. What are we selling to the public? We are saying we are not PDP. We are saying we are not like APC. We are condemning every malgovernance, malfeasance, executive rascality that have been displayed by previous administration. But today, the FCTI court on the 5th and on the 12th sustained that order restraining Abure, their agent, privy, their assignee, or any other person from parading themselves in capacity as national officer. But today, our president candidate stood with them that order will not be obeyed. It's just for Nigeria to know that we are saying, as our candidate, we must obey order of the court, because it is that same order, once it dished out from the Court of Appeal, must be respected, whether for or against. You don't now begin now to malign, the name and character of justices of High Court, of Court of Appeal, or Supreme Court, see, because you thought you can hoodwink them. So we are saying that it is totally wrong for PO to be standing with Abure. We were not the one that made him to commit that crime. We did not ask him to collect money from candidate. He was the one that forged the signature of this young man seated by me here. He was the one that forged the signature. We were not the one that asked him to forge, because he collected 200 million from Atiteyu Kaigu, the owner of Barcelona, to do property for him over the person that was there as a placeholder. He did not, and that was the reason why he and the National Secretary forged that certificate in court. They forged the affidavit, they forged the seal of the court, they forged the commissioner for oath signature, and most importantly, I wouldn't believe it that Abure can produce his own treasury, TSA, the treasury single account. If he did his own, produce the receipt by himself and now deceived INEC, upon which INEC now substituted his name. He went to High Court. He won Federal High Court. Abure appealed to Court of Appeal. They lost. They appealed to Supreme Court and they lost. Only 3 days after, for our president candidate to go on here, specifically on Arise TV, to claim that we don't have candidate in Ebonyi. That is wrong. You don't make a pronouncement over pronouncement of Supreme Court. Obi did not have that power. We do not want those such characters in our party. You don't come and be disrespecting court order. We have the video where he went on that we do not have candidate in Enugu and Ebonyi. What was the reason? And do you know that in Enugu we lost with less than 300 votes in Enugu, despite all his attacks, asking people to go and vote for PDP. Even Aisha Yesufu, I saw a video yesterday. She supported the APC candidate against Labour Party. So they have lost all moral to ever comment on each of Labour Party, because I saw a video yesterday castigating the old man, calling the old man all manner of name. And lastly, I'm very concerned. If Obi said he doesn't know our national chairman, so be it. But we know that I and him, the national leader and others, were the people that conducted his primary for him at our next meeting in Asaba. So if he said he doesn't know, that means he's not a member of our party. He can continue to be dilly-dally with that comedian, Kenneth Okonkwo, because we know him as a comedian. You know, when he go on here, he thought maybe they have rolled out on set at one scene two. He doesn't even know now he's in the political arena. It's just for him to now be talking what he doesn't know. So, Mr. Kenneth, this is not Nollywood. This is political party. Don't begin to roll your at once in one. In our political party, whatever you don't know, come and learn from us. Not just for you to be calling, casting aspersion on our national chairman, calling him all manner of name. That is not tolerated here. That can be done with your producer, because you know that it is a film that will come to an end. But this is a political party. We are not doing comedy here. We are not doing our dakeri here. This is a serious political business. So you need to mind your language, the one you are going to use in our party. And I know, I just found out that you are just 4-year-old at the back for 15 years. I'm even your senior. As far as this thing is concerned, I know I prosecuted over 260 cases. How many has he handled? I'm not a lawyer, but he was just 4 years at the bar. So he should go and learn the ruling from a lawyer, or for even we litigants that have prosecuted cases successfully for Labour Party. So that is just, this is why we call you for the gentleman of the press to understand why Abure must go and why Peter Obi must get himself away from Abure, because it is a court of competent jurisdiction that restrain Abure, that restrain Farouk, that restrain Ojuku, that restrain Olusegun. He cannot choose which law to obey and which one to disobey. And lastly, something happened in the Electoral Petition Tribunal yesterday, which I want all of us to take note, because we are inside there. It is unfortunate that the lead lawyer to Mr. Peter Obi will write letter to INEC that they don't have 1,500,000 to pay, knowing fully well that the pre-hearing session will terminate on Sunday. I repeat, pre-hearing session will terminate on Sunday, and that means if we fail to do the needful, our petition will be dismissed. Now, what would 13SN, what would they be doing since April 17, when they were asked to meet INEC to collect all necessary documents, only for their lead counsel to tell the whole world yesterday that, oh, I've just been able to get 30% of the process. Now, what was he doing? The INEC, lead counsel, said they invited him on Friday. He said he was in a party. They asked them to come on Monday. Learned Sick Professor Ananaba and one other person went on behalf of them. They stormed out of the meeting. Tuesday, they did not show up, only for them to come to court on Wednesday. And I put it on record in the court. Professor the Levy was asking the court for an extension, which the court has ruled over yesterday, that they will not extend it in line with the electoral, that pre-hearing session will only take 14 days. Now, on Sunday, that's the end of 14 days, and they told them court will not sit on Sunday. Everything will now end on Saturday. Today is Thursday. We have Friday and Saturday. So how do we now work together? How do we, get all the documents so that at least we can now go to the hearing session? Because once we fail to cross the order of the hearing session, our petition will be dismissed. And they know what they were doing. You now said Obi cannot afford 1.5 million. Something is happening. They are either working for PDP or they are working for APC, and they just want to be deceiving the youth of Nigeria to be following, their deceptive nature. And this was evidence yesterday. They accused our executive of collecting money from APC. Yesterday, Akpabio and deputy chairman of APC, they went to visit them, and they accepted him. They collected 500 million from the man. What are they doing with APC? What is Abure, Farouk, all of them are doing with APC yesterday? These are the people they took to court. Yet, they entertained Abure yesterday. Abure entertained Akpabio, who wants to be a Senate president. Is he the one that nominated Akpabio? So, the way the argument, stand logic in the head, we are just looking at them. So we're even confused now, whether it's APC they are working for or they are working for PDP. We are confused now because yesterday, the very first press conference they did after election, they did it with PDP. All of you were there. I saw all the television stations here. You were there when he read the press conference, and Iyoshayu was by his side. All of you are there. But look at it yesterday now. Akpabio went there, seeking for vote. These are the people they took to court, claiming they have a stolen mandate. I want Nigeria to know that they are only playing on the intelligence of the people we call obedient. They are playing on the intelligence of Nigeria. I don't expect Abure to ever, but because money is involved, even if they took Lion, there is Abure will collect that money. If they took Lion, they will collect that money. You don't, because of money, you descend into this confusing arena. It's all over the media. We have the video. We are going to sell to all of you, but we are not, a surprise. That is their own lifestyle. That is the way they want to do it. But Obi did not complain now. He didn't see them working against APC, because all of them are co-traveler in sharing the money they gave them. Because these are the people that we are challenging in court, that election should be nullified. You are asking for the election to be nullified. What have you said? They must not be sworn in. If they don't go to be sworn in, then all senators elect on Labour Party, they should also not be sworn in until when this matter. This was the thing we are telling them, that we should not be doing anything. We are not working for any political party. Let us set that record straight. But all of you can see our argument that, look at what happened in Federal Court, Kano now. We were not the one that failed to submit register. In line with the Electoral Act, it was Abure that failed to submit register because he was busy harvesting money, and forgetting that he needed to do the right thing regarding the party. And now he has put us in jeopardy, because I know that matter will definitely come up at the Electoral Petition Tribunal once the Federal Court has ruled that we failed to submit our membership register. So that is the end of the press conference. I beg, get us to chair.
I was like, nah, don't send this.
This your.
Register that was not submitted.
Kano and Abia State.
And you were talking about, I think that matter of register is re-election. Whatever happens.
Don't use anything you build when you can't build something on nothing.
So now you are saying that that it is the failure of the party to comply with the.
No, it's just.
As far as Peter Obi is concerned, you talk good about him, you castigate him, call him.